All right. Let's start with the top one. The discrete random variable x has the following probability distribution. Show that p equals 1 over 10. P plus 2/5 plus 3/20 plus 1/4 plus p equals to 1. 2p plus equals 4/5. 1 minus 4/5 is a fifth, and then of course p equals to 1 over 10. Let mu be the mean of x. What is the probability that x is less than the mean? All right, what's step one? Aya, what's step one for double I?
Find the mean.
Right, we don't even have it. So let's find the mean. Expected value of x equals to the mean. Do you know the formula? Finding
0 times 110 plus 1 times 2/5 plus 2 times 3 on 20 plus 3. Yeah.
Very good. Plus 8 times 1 over 10. Let's find what that is. So that's 2/5 plus 6 on 20 plus 3 over 4 plus 8 over 10. All right, the mean I got is 2.25. The question's asking you find the probability that x is less than 2.25. So what's step 2 now? For it to be less than 2.25, you know it's not integration or anything because it's not continuous, and you can't have 2.25.
Just look at the table.
Yes, so tell me.
So you do 110 plus 2/5 plus 3 on 20.
Yeah, because less than 2.25 does include 2.
Yeah.
So it's 0, 1, and 2. And that's it. As you said, 1 over 10 plus 2/5 plus 3 over 20. Excellent. Answer to that should be 13 out of 20. Everyone's happy with that? Okay, let's try C. For events A and B, probability of... Didn't we do this one? Maybe it was similar. Anyways, probability of A conditional to B equals 2/5. Probability of B conditional to A is 1/3. Let probability of A and B equal to P. Show that probability of A equals 3P. Okay, well, firstly, what do we know? We know probability of A conditional to B equals probability of A and B over probability of B. We also know that probability of B conditional to A is probability of A and B over probability of A. The question's asking us to find probability of A, which is right here. So we're going to do probability of B conditional to A, which is 1/3, equals A and B, which is P, on probability of A. So therefore, probability of A equals 3P. Double I. Find the probability of not A and not B in terms of P. All right, Aya, do you want to give it a shot from yesterday? Yeah. Probability of not A and not B.
Okay.
Equals?
So...
What do you remember? 1 minus probability of?
A not B?
No, it was A or B.
Or B. Yeah.
So both of them not is 1 minus probability of A or B. How do I find the probability of A or B?
probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
And then probability of A is 3p. We've already worked that out. We already know probability of A and B is P. The only one we're missing is probability of B. So you would go back up. Probability of B can be found from this one here. A conditional to B is 2/5. A and B is P on probability of B. Cross multiply. That becomes 5p on 2, pretty much. And then add it up, 3 plus 5/2 minus 1. 4.5, so 9p over 2. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good.
We done this yesterday.
Good. Any questions then? But it's good to revise it, because if it's a weakness, it doesn't matter if you did it yesterday. It's good to just confirm that you know your formulas. Maybe you haven't memorized them yet. Sorry. So it's good to just always repeat, even though you've done it. But yeah, that's good. Let's do another one then. (2009) 6A. Let's see. Question 4. Question 6. All right. Looks fairly similar again. Well, they usually are. So I might just leave it with you guys for a minute. Quickly get out I. That's not even a problem. More double I. Do we have an answer? Aya? Do you have an answer for me?
I'm confused. Wait, so is the 0, 1, 2, 3? That's the amount of siblings, not people.
The number of siblings, correct. that students have at a large high school is random variable with the following discrete probability distribution. If 2 students are chosen at random, what is the probability that they have the same number of siblings? Think about it. 2 students are chosen at random. What is the probability that they have the same number of siblings? Something or something or something or something. Yeah, if it helps.
Okay, so that. Oh wait, 0, 1, or 2 or 3.
Yeah. So how?
Like.
That's okay. That's all right. Let's try someone else. Let's see. Nada. What's your thoughts for this question?
Is it like?
Sorry, say it again.
Is it?
Oh no, I can't hear you very well. Try it one more time. One more time. Now I don't hear you at all.
Is it?
Yes. Go ahead.
Is it like mean?
Mean. No, you wouldn't do the mean. I guess if it doesn't ask you to do the mean. Is it like the mean? No. Yeah, no.
Is it like, so 0.3 times 0.3 plus 0.45 times 0.45 plus, and then the rest?
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if 2 students are chosen at random, you could have had, so there's your 2 students. They could have had 0 siblings, 1 sibling, 2 sibling, or 3 siblings. If they had 0 siblings, then that would have been 0.3 times 0.3, both. Or 1 sibling each, 0.45 times 0.45, or 0.1. I think we get it. Good job, Aya. Yeah, that would make a bit more sense. I could try to keep saying, try to play the game. Try to think about what could happen. What does it mean? How does it work? Okay, that's all right. Tiana, Emily, all good?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as they are.
Good. Okay, scrolling down. Next one. (2010), 2010, nothing they put. 2011, 1E, 9E. 2011. One E. All right. Well, step 1. What is the mean of the distribution? What would be step 1 though?
Find P. So you do P plus 2P plus 3P plus 4P equals 1.
That's it. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10P equals to 1. P equals to 1 over 10. And then obviously step 2, find mu. And that's 0 times 1 over 10 plus 1 times 2 over 10 plus 2 times 3 over 10 plus 5 times 4 over 10. I know that's easy. I'm moving on. 29A. 9A. That's good. Somewhere at the end. Maybe it's a hard one. Question 6. Two events A and B are such that the probability of A equals 2/7 and the probability of B equals 3/5. Probability of A equals 2/7 probability of B equals 3/5. If probability of A or B equals 4/5, find the probability of A, not A, and B. Okay. Anyone have any ideas of how to do this? I mean, I guess I can give you a clue. Do you know the formula for finding probability of just A when you're given one that's a not? Or same thing, probability of B. Tiana, I mean, you have the file now. Let's see if you can read it and pick up what I'm trying to say.
I actually haven't gotten around to opening that file, so let me open it up really quick.
Open it now. I know. Don't worry, I just sent it. Open it now. See if you can read it and find what. Well, you won't need to read every line. Just try to see if you can find something in there that looks like what I'm asking for, and that links maybe these two. Nobody else knows it either?
Is it P A and B plus
Correct.
P A not B?
Yeah, that's right. A, not B. So therefore, for probability of B, it should be probability of A and B, and probability of not A, but still including B. So you guys need to know that to find any probability, like find the probability of A, it can be found obviously by finding probability of A and B. So again, just have a look at it on a Venn diagram. Probability of A and B, which is this bit. Let's call this A, let's call this B. And A, but not B. A, but not B. A, but not B, which is all of that. And you can see now that gives me all of A. So it does make sense. And then obviously the other way around for probability of B. Okay, that's good. That's why the question says find the value of probability of A and not B. So obviously we're going to be using this formula. We already know probability of B is 3/5 equals, we need the probability of A and B. All right, any ideas of finding probability of A and B now? Maybe now you got to think this formula. So what's that? What's the probability of A or B equal to? You said it before.
Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B.
Yeah. Then probability of A we know is 2/7. Probability of B we know is 3/5. Probability of A or B they gave us as 4/5. We're missing the A and B. But from that, we can go and find, obviously, probability of A and B. I'll do the math real quick now. 2/7 plus 3/5, and then 4/5, take away that answer, and then divide by -1. Probability of A and B becomes 3/35. Go back up here, sub it in, plus, and then. So you can see again, there's a lot of formulas that you need to be very comfortable with, knowing that, okay, you're missing one bit. It's okay. There's something else that will allow me to find that. Go back, do another formula, and so on. All right, answer for this, probability of A, not A, sorry, and B equals 3/5 minus that. Questions? No, we're fine with that. Well, as we practice more, you'll get more and more comfortable with the formulas. When A and B are mutually exclusive, find the value of probability of A and not B. So what does mutually exclusive mean? Tiana, again, see if you can find it really quickly in your booklet.
They're like two separate circles, so it would be probability of A plus probability of B.
No, I don't think so. Yes. Yes. So you're saying probability of A and B is equal to 0.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're trying to get to. Just wait. Go down. Somewhere I should have written probability of A and B equals 0. Have I not written that for mutually exclusive?
Yeah, I see it now. You did write it.
See? Yeah. So that just means in this formula, which is what you just said, ready. If in this formula here it's 0, that means probability of A or B equals probability of A plus probability of B. That's what you were trying to get to. That's only because that equals 0. Cool. So mutually exclusive, probability of A and B is equal to 0. If we're trying to find this one, we know that that equals 0. So this just equals to probability of A. Tiana, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that just equals 2/7. I mean, if I had to give you guys a tip, I think the first tip I would give you with a question like this, just put in all the formulas in first before you even start. Just why not? Put everything, you can spit it all out, or maybe write it in your reference sheet, or on the back of the exam, just so at least they're all there. That's the first thing you probably want to do, and then start. So if you ever need to go back, you've got all of them there. You're not going to mix them up. Okay, so like mutually exclusive, you would write that. That would be my approach. 2013, 7 and 12. 2013, so close this. Discard. (2013) 7. Ugh, that looks fun. All right, let's see what's happening there. A and B are events of a sample space. Given that the probability of B conditional to A is equal to root P, probability of A equals to P, probability of B equals to P squared, which of these is an expression of probability of A conditional to B? Okay, slow it down. Probability of B conditional to A equals probability of A and B over probability of A. Probability of A conditional to B is equal to the same top, just a different denominator. Now, probability of B conditional to A is root P. So root P equals probability of A and B over probability of A, which is P. Therefore, P root P equals probability of A and B. The question asks us to find the probability of A conditional to B, so that equals to P root P over probability of B, which is P squared. The answer I've got at the moment, I guess, is root P over P, which is none of these answers. Anyone actually know what they will do after this?
Wouldn't you get rid of the third and turn it into a power? So P to the power of half, and
P
then
half, yep.
would you bring up the P from below and turn that to... Wait, give me a second.
Sure. So anyone, I guess, You're pretty much somewhere around these two lines, and you're trying to work out which of these answers are correct.
Does it become D?
It does become D. Can you tell us what you've done?
A half minus 1 becomes p to the power negative half.
And then you bring it back down.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. What is done? P to the half over P to the 1. Half take away 1 equals P to the negative half. And then he brought it back down as 1 over P to the positive half, which is square root of P. Or, Tiana, since you were already here, if you had realized, 1 take away half would have been half in the bottom straight away. And that could have also been 1 over root P. But either one is fine. Makes sense? Tiana?
Yeah.
Another option, if you guys can see this, you'll know straight away, okay, it's probably not going to be C, but then the others, you can't cancel them out. What I would have done with a question like D, I would have quickly just looked at the rationalized option and gone, oh yeah, that's root P on P. That's exactly what we had as well. So D is just unrationalized, whereas what you guys had was the rationalized version. Okay, let's try another one. 2013 we were doing, right? 2013 12B. 2013 12B. Okay. All right. In a game of six-sided dice, a six-sided dice is rolled twice. The difference between the two results is recorded. Difference. The following table is produced. Some of the results are missing. Complete the table. Oh, okay. 1 mark for that. It's very nice of them. 4, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. It would be a shame if you'd miss one of the boxes and you'd lose a mark. All right, make sure 4, 4, 0, 1, 3, 2. Okay, that's good. A probability distribution table is drawn to summarize the results. Complete the table. Okay. We've got to this time complete our table from the results that could have happened. So you can tell that X is obviously getting zeros. 1, X is the amount of zeros you get, amount of ones you get, 2s, 3s, 4s. So how many zeros do you have? You've got 6 zeros. So the answer would be 6 out of 36. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 36. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 36. And then 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 36. 5, 1, 2. 2 out of 36 is 1 out of 18. Easy. Find the expected value and the standard deviation. Okay. Expected value equals 0 times 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times. Variance equals 0 squared times 1 squared times probability. I think you guys get it. But just be very careful to not feel super overwhelmed by doing this and then forgetting you're meant to subtract the expected value you just found above here squared as well. And then to find your standard deviation, just square root of variance. 3 marks. Any questions? You guys can do the math at your own time, I guess. All right, moving on. 2014, question 1. Feeling better, Emily, about this topic?
Yeah, it makes more sense now.
Yeah, good. And then you get a question like this. All right, let's have a look. Copy. Unnamed. All right. If x is a random variable such that probability of x is greater than 2, C, probability of x greater than 5 is D, then what is the probability of x less than or equal to 2 and conditional to x is less than or equal to 5? Okay, let's do this bit first. How did we do that? We said that's the probability of x less than or equal to 2 and x less than or equal to 5 on probability of x less than or equal to 5. What's the probability of x being less? Well, firstly, yeah, x less than or equal to 2 and x is less than or equal to 5. Now that means x has to be definitely less than or equal to what? Less than or equal to 2 and x is less than or equal to 5. All right, let's try then. Rad, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
X is less than or equal to 2 and x is less than or equal to 5. That means x needs to be less than or equal to what? What number specifically? If it's an and.
Oh,
X.
I'm not sure.
Think. No. Someone comes up to you, says, hey, x has to be smaller than 2 and x has to be smaller than 5. Therefore, x has to be smaller than?
If it has to be smaller than 2 and smaller than 5, I mean...
And. Yes, go.
I don't know. 1?
Well, true, exactly. Would 3 work?
No, because that's greater than 2.
Good. How come you didn't say 2 itself? How come you said 1? So less than or equal to.
Yeah.
Maybe because I said less than to you. But yeah, less than or equal to 2. So that's it. So that would be probability of x is less than or equal to 2.
Yep.
On probability of x is less than or equal to 5. If you know the probability of x greater than 2 is C, what's the probability of x less than or equal to 2? Again, think logically. Maybe some of the answers that you see in the multiple choice might help you now. Any ideas?
Negative C.
Say it again.
Negative C.
Not just negative C. Think if I'm telling you this is C, this case, keep saying that in your heads. Then I'm asking you, what would this be then?
Negative 1 on C.
Say that again.
Negative 1 on C.
Negative 1 on C. Oh, no, don't like it. Not negative 1 on C. There's a word I can say that I'm sure all of you will just be like, oh, there it is, of course. I'm going to say it now. This and this are opposites. So how do I find the probability of the opposite event?
1 minus C.
1 minus C. Yeah, right. Opposite event. Right, Rad? Just the opposite. If you know greater than 2 is like, I don't know, whatever, 50%, less than or equal to 2 will also be 50%. Greater than 2 is 70%, less than or equal to 2 would be 30%. True?
Yeah, as long as it adds up to 100%.
Yeah, that's the idea. Well, it has to. It's probability.
Yeah, probability,
that's the logic. So less than or equal to 5 would also be 1 minus D. The answer is C. Do you get the logic of the first bit part? X is less than or equal to and X is less than or equal to 5 means X is less than or equal to 2 only.
Yeah.
That's the only place where both of them hold true. All right, good. Everybody else is okay with it, with my reasoning for 1 minus C over 1 minus D as well? Okay. 2015, 11B. 2015, 11B. B.
I think Amelia is trying to teach us.
Yeah, exactly. A and B are events of a sample space S. Probability of A and B equals 2/5, and probability of A and not B equals 3/8. What is the value of probability of B, not B, conditional on A? Okay. Not B, conditional on A equals probability of not B and A, which is the same as that one, over probability of A. So the only thing I don't have is probability of A. But we know probability of A equals, now that you said it before, you might as well say it again. Probability of A.
A and B plus A not B.
A, not B. A and not B. Good job. So that's just quite simply 2/5 plus 3/8. 2/5 plus 3/8. 31 out of 40. And I think we are done with this one. Boom. And then whatever that gives you. Next. And B, 2016, we're up to 13B. And then we've done 17 onwards, I think. So we'll do 16. (16) was question 13B. 13B. All right. Two events A and B are independent. Tiana, what does independent mean to you? You can look it up in the book if you have to, and the notes.
Isn't it when they're two separate circles?
That's mutually exclusive.
It would just be the probability of A, but not the middle bit. Let me check the booklet one sec.
Yeah, check.
Julie's fault. It's Julie's fault.
Mutually exclusive. What did you get, Tiana?
They're I don't know the formula, but I understand that they're unaffected. So if you flip a
Yeah.
coin like the first time,
No,
it doesn't
no,
affect the second time.
the formula should be there. Year 11 advanced.
I think it's probability of A times probability of B.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. Probability of A and B is equal to probability times probability of A times probability of B. But for mutually exclusive, probability of A and B is equal to 0. Whereas for independent, it's that E equals to probability of A times probability of B. Get that?
It was right in front of me.
I know, that's why I keep saying refer back to it. Oh, good. All right, where probability of B is equal to 2 times probability of A. Probability of B, all right, and probability of A or B. What is the value of probability of A? All right, let me rub this bit out now. All right, probability, let's write all the formulas we know. We know probability of A or B equals probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A and B. Probability of B is 2PA. So straight away, you'll just make that 2 times PA. Probability of A and B, you know, is probability of A now times probability of B. But again, you would cross out probability of B and you'll change that to 2 times probability of A. So now you can see you've got only pretty much the same letter or X's or all just probability of A's. So you should be able to solve for probability of A. So that equals to 5 on 8 equals probability of A plus 2 times probability of A minus 2 probability of A squared. It might just look a bit nicer if I said let probability of A equal to X. So it'll look like this. 5 over 8 equals X plus 2X is 3X minus 2X squared. Times everything by 8. Bring it over. Quadratic formula. You guys know it, but X must be greater than 0. It's probability. So you cross off the one that's negative, and that should be it. So X is the positive answer only. Positive answer only. So if I could give you guys a tip just from what I'm feeling, I'm going to send this booklet to you guys as well. I know only you asked, Tiana, but I'll send it.